Welcome back, Karkom Kingdom. I am Hearse.
Big Josh, what it do?
We're back again. Another week has already flown by. Doesn't even seem like it at all, really. But we are back with another duel. I bring a character to fight. He brings a character to fight. Unbeknownst to either of us who each other brought. So, this time we only had one qualifier, and this had to be a character that was barefoot.
So, for the barefoot brawl, I predict that you brought Namor, the Submariner.
And I did.
Oh, he did! I think that's the first prediction anyone's got.
And I thought you were going to do it as well. Because I thought you chose this because you knew he was my boy. I thought you went fishing, and I was like, you know what? Fine. You want to fish? I'll give you a fish. So, yes, I 100% brought one of my favorite characters, the character that has been barefoot for 82 years in comics, the man himself.
Now, did you have a backup in case I did pick Namor?
I did.
Okay.
I did, but I also felt like you had a particular character in mind when you said barefoot fighter as well, and that was the jade-colored purple pants wearing guy, the Incredible Hulk. I thought that was for sure what like you had in your mind. You're like, just bring a barefoot guy. Hulk can deal with whoever.
You know, it's not the Hulk, which is funny because last week we talked about I almost picked Red Hulk for my fight.
Yeah, and I actually brought up Namor in that fight too.
Yeah, so
I was like, oh.
No, but it's funny. You brought the King of the Sea. I brought more of a legend of the forest. More of a myth. More of a... Is he real? Is he not? Does he exist?
The Wendigo!
It's not the Wendigo.
Sasquatch?
I brought the
Another
Sasquatch.
Alpha Flight. Oh my god!
Alpha
this
Flight
this guy will not stop until every member of the Alpha Flight has been represented.
Hopefully, one of them will win one. I don't think it's going to be this one, but we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was also thinking about the Thing. The Thing famously does not wear shoes or much of any clothing.
Yeah.
So I kind of also thought him or they escape me now, but
so the other two that I wanted to do was Beast.
Oh yeah, okay. Stephanie was like, so you'd have to go Beast, when I was like, oh, they have to be barefoot. She's like, Beast is perfect.
And then
because she's an X-Man.
Oh yeah, junkie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My other one that was probably I would say way closer to getting picked over Sasquatch was Sauron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone's dying at the hands of the prince. Sorry.
I feel like my guy's gonna rip those little angel wings off his feet.
Well, I don't know anybody that's touched them. Let's just start there. All right. So I don't have much of a build-up to show off this awesome Joe Quesada sketch or cover that he did for Marvel there, but I love that.
And your boy is Sasquatch looking big and bad. So my character...
See, they recently gave him pants, but he's still got his feet out.
Yeah.
Originally all he had was basically a Speedo and a trident. And then,
torpedo.
And he was basically unchanged all the way until, 78. And then they gave him a different type of suit that was supposed to power him up when he's, out of water for so long. So, they got rid of that weakness through the years, but... Yeah, so now he's a little more modest.
I was gonna say they kind of had to because, if someone with a fishing hook can depower him, then we kind of got to fix that.
Yeah, and
especially because he's one of the OGs, right? You don't want like
ultimate.
You don't want like the oldest comic book character in the Marvel universe to like just be a bitch. You don't want those comparisons to Aquaman.
Right, when Aquaman's the ripoff.
Yeah.
Aquaman came out after.
One of the few times where Marvel has the upper hand as far as character creation.
Yeah, and what is also really cool about this 1939 character, he originally was April 1939, and then he was then featured in Marvel Comics #1 in October and November of that year. But he is the first character with flight, like first superhero character that can fly under his own steam. And then basically in Marvel Comics #1, also the Human Torch, the original Human Torch, could also fly. But that's before Superman could ever fly. Back then he was just doing leaps over or lift a building in a single bound or whatever.
Leap a building in a single bound.
But so these two characters were flying in 1939. They were a trendsetter.
Yeah, they were. Most people didn't start flying until the 60s.
And
that was a different
And I
thing.
also want to say this is a Bill Everett creation. Bill Everett and Martin Goodman started all of Marvel. Everybody always wants to think Stan Lee started everything, and he didn't. I love Stan Lee too, but these guys need their recognition too.
Excelsior. Oh, wait, we were getting more Stan Lee recognition. My bad. Can't help it. I mean...
Yeah, he's been the face of Marvel for a long time. I mean, I get it. But, he started working at Marvel filling the inkwells for Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. So, he built up to what he was. And it's all deserved. I'm not saying it. Not trying to undermine any Stan Lee fans, because I am one, I promise. But... he repopularized Captain America.
Yeah.
So Captain America's not Stan Lee creation, but the Stan Lee stories of Captain America brought Captain America back to the spotlight. And another thing too, just bit of knowledge is that everybody always says Captain America's a trendsetter. He's punching Hitler on the cover of his first appearance, and that's long before the U.S. ever entered the war against the Nazis. But Namor was fighting the Nazis in his comics too, predating that. So he's really an OG in more ways than one.
So Namor is really the trendsetter.
Sorry, I'm passionate about it. I think that the creators, all the way down to nowadays, the creators don't get as much respect as they deserve. Where, I can go and meet Marv Wolfman, shake his hand, and give him $20 for an autograph. But Sebastian Stan is doing a CGC signing, and it's $700. That's just unfathomable.
Can we just talk about how the broke people out there like myself who would love to get a Robert Downey Jr. autograph from CGC can't because it's $750? And then if you want him to add Tony Stark or Iron Man as well as his autograph, then you're adding another $500 onto that. So $1,250 to $1,300 for an autograph. I'm sorry, that's not. I don't care how popular he is.
But the grading service is free.
$1,300.
Right.
And I still have to pay shipping.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah. What's free about that? You can tell me that it goes to charity, but it goes to his charity.
That's true. That was true.
So, and I'm sure he still takes a cut. That is beyond ridiculous to me that some of these celebrities, and I love these guys. I love these actors. They brought these comic books to life for us. We go to every Marvel movie on release day, that very first showing in our city. We're always there. We love these actors. We love these movies, but I just feel like, with the craze that's going on right now, it's too much. Like, they're pandering to the richest of the rich only right now. Like, how could little Timmy down the street with, granddad buying him a comic book every day afford that? He can't. The guys he looks
granddad's not even going to afford that.
Yeah, the people that he looks up to are out of reach. And I just think it stinks. I think that stuff like that shouldn't be. So
no, I 100% agree.
That's my TED Talk.
I think it's gotten far and away from a lot of people, and I don't understand why, somebody like Robert Downey Jr. would let his agent book him for something that is going to take $1,300 for a general fan to be satisfied.
Yeah,
like it really is pandering to just the elite, apparently. Because there's no way that I'm going to spend more on that than I'm going to spend on my rent. There's just no way.
It's bad enough because you get people like myself who want to go to cons, and we struggle to save up enough money to even go to these cons because we got to work. We live paycheck to paycheck. But then I got to pay on top of entry into the con and hotel and travel and food and all that. Then you got to pay $50, $60, $100 for an autograph and a picture.
Yeah, and we thought 150 for a signature from Val Kilmer was high.
Yeah. And you paid how much to have breakfast with Stanley?
It was $415.
Okay, $415 to have breakfast with a legend, or $1,300 to get an autograph with 2 words added under a comic book in plastic.
By mail.
Right, you don't even get to meet these people.
Right.
You get no interaction at all. Like, you're Joe Schmo. He don't care about your name. He's just writing these 2 things on a book and sending it off to Tim, who works with CGC, to put it in plastic.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. It's just bonkers. But
maybe we should fight about this instead.
Maybe we should be. The average comic book collector versus CGC and celebrities.
Because all I'm seeing here is a super strong character that can fly at the speed of sound, and a furry little ape man.
He is a genius. Okay, so let's get back on track. I'm sorry. That really got me going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's my fault for sure. It's my fault. But okay, tell us about.
All right, Sasquatch.
What is it, Walter?
His real name is Walter Langorski.
Okay, yeah, I didn't remember that.
He used to play football for the Green Bay Packers.
No.
Absolutely. Played for 3 years for the Green Bay Packers.
That's what's up.
While he was playing for the Packers, he was going to MIT at the same time.
Interesting.
Once his football career was over, he got into working with Bruce Banner and gamma radiation. Only worked with him for about 1 semester in school. And then after that, he really idolized Bruce Banner, so he just followed up his studies as part of the Canadian government in gamma radiation.
Okay.
And then once, the whole world found out that Bruce Banner was the Hulk, and he found out, he made it like his mission to try to figure out how it happened. Of course, under much safer conditions. But after a while, the gamma got him. And that's how he became Sasquatch. And at first he didn't know. And then when, Alpha Flight found him and told him. And that's really it. Like, he doesn't have a long story. It's a pretty short story. He's in love with Aurora. Maybe a future Duel contestant since she's an Alpha Flight.
I was like, no, I wouldn't pick. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the first time he transformed into Sasquatch, Gladiator found him, passed out when he transformed back. And basically they filled him in and they trained him how to control his powers but keep his intellect so he wasn't just like the Hulk. And the reason that, the reason the comics explain why he's not green like the rest of the Gamma monsters in MCU is they say the Aurora Borealis played a part in his first transformation, and that's why he's brown instead of green.
Interesting.
Because I don't know if you remember when Samson like melded with Sasquatch, he became green.
Oh no, I don't
Oh,
remember.
okay. There was I think it was, I want to say, the Collective that was like experimenting on a bunch of people, and they were like fusing people together with that had powers. So Samson and Sasquatch got fused together and became like a green Sasquatch that was even stronger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he's transformed,
Oh, and that's not Gladiator from last fight. That's Gladiator from Alpha Flight.
yes. Maybe I should say like Gladiator, eh? Because he's Canadian.
Or Vindicator.
Or Vindicator.
Yeah.
He has many names.
I thought you were going to say he was red because Canadians are red and white, but never blue.
Never blue. Well, unless they're under the French flag, which is red, white, and blue.
Oh, okay.
But when he's transformed into Sasquatch, he has genius intellect still, so he keeps all his smarts, and his strength is, I don't know if you guys know what Marvel fandom is, but they kind of give a ranking out of 100 for strength, and when he's transformed, he's a class 100 strength, whereas like Gladiator from last week was a 100 plus. So
he's weaker.
he is significantly weaker than Gladiator, but still at a strength 100 on a scale of 0 to 100. But yeah, and he doesn't really have any powers other than that. Just quick reflexes and what you'd expect from a gamma powered Bigfoot.
Well, he has like enhanced senses, right?
Yeah.
Like
So
for the sight and smell and
yeah, he's gonna have like all those basic things you see like Wolverine have or Sabretooth, all those types of things, but he's doesn't have an adamantium skeleton or anything like that.
Right, okay. All right, so of course, as soon as you say that, I have to scroll down on my Marvel fandom here, and it says that the physical strength is exactly class 100 underwater and class 85 on the surface.
Okay.
So
we have an equal strength fight.
Potentially.
Yeah. Well, maybe I probably don't have a class 100 strength in the water. The whole not being able to breathe thing.
Yeah, maybe.
But on land, I have the advantage.
But, all right, so let's see. What else can we talk about for strengths of Namor here? Because, like, of course, he is basically another Superman-type character with being able to have the superhuman strength, superhuman speed, but his speed is faster, like, in water. So everything's augmented by water, essentially. He has advanced musculature that gives him superhuman stamina, agility, reflexes, durability. It says that the tissues of Namor's body are much harder and resistant to physical injury. So he can withstand tremendous impact forces. He's been able to be shot by high caliber bullets without any type of ill effect, or falls from orbital type heights, exposure to temperature and pressures on both extremes. He has aquatic healing, so like if he is somehow injured, he can actually heal damaged tissue faster and more extensively in water, and more so than even average Atlanteans can. He can absorb levels of radiation. The potential of this or full potential of this is unknown, but the full power of radioactive man is enough to rapidly drain him of his strength. So there's some sort of limit there that he can't just do it indefinitely.
Okay.
He has extended longevity. He's over 120 years old, and still considered to be in his physical prime. Of course, he can breathe underwater. He has aquatic telepathy, so he can speak and communicate with all forms of marine life. Well, I guess it says most forms of marine life. Like some fish, Namor has a limited ability to navigate by sensing fate electrical currents in the water. So he has some sort of electrolocation. He has augmented vision, super hearing. What is this? Atmokinesis. Without the aid of his trident, he is capable of manipulating weather phenomenon, similar to Storm from the X-Men. He's once caused heavy rains to shower on Johnny Storm's flame. I had no idea that he was able to do that. Of course, he has hydrokinesis, where he can use water. He's a water bender. He also has water emission. So Namor displayed the ability to extinguish himself when he was set aflame by spraying water from his skin.
I can do that too after about 13 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, like, okay, this is all weird to me. I didn't know all this going in, but he also became a carrier of the Phoenix Force for a while when the Phoenix Force split into 5 different characters. So he was one of those where he had that cosmic cosmic pyrokinesis.
Okay.
So it's like a cosmic flame, but I don't know if you use that to what you will.
My guy's Bigfoot. There's not a clear picture or video of him out there.
Namor speaks virtually every language on Earth, so use that how you want to as well. Weaknesses, though, pollution very greatly affects him.
So you would say he strives to bring pollution down to zero?
Yes. He is our powers magnified. And he's fighting on the planet side?
Don Cheadle.
Yes. The best Captain Planet in all of live action.
If Captain Planet gets a movie and they don't cast Don Cheadle as Captain Planet, I'm going to write a sternly written letter to somebody.
All right, so essentially, how fast can Bigfoot get skewered by this trident-wielding madman?
Where's
this fast.
Where's the fight take place?
Canada, essentially. So, there's a lot of water in Canada.
Even in the summer. But, like, if we're in the forest, I feel like that's my only fighting chance. Assuming that Namor just chooses not to fly or go this and break the sound barrier on me. If he doesn't do any of that and stays on the ground and wants to fight fisticuffs, I have a chance.
Maybe. I still think that's incredibly difficult because of the people that Namor has fought, like, just honorably, like without using anything other than sheer strength.
Mm-hmm.
He fought with Hercules just for fun because Hercules was having a bad day.
For fun.
Yeah, but this was just, they were on the same team. Hercules went out and just sat by the water, just staring at it, and then he's like, "How about you?" And they had a battle just for fun. But like, he's matching that strength, like, and grappling and all that. So I don't know, like just with the sheer amount of hours that Sasquatch has spent not fighting, when this man has traveled the world, sneaking upon battleships after battleships and fighting Nazis and doing everything. Like, I just think that mindset.
Well, with his
advantage.
His weakness to pollution and his weakness to radiation, being that Sasquatch is gamma radiation.
Okay.
In a drawn out fight, given there'd have to be a drawn out fight, that would severely, and mind you, this would have to be on land too. So he's getting double weakened as the fight goes on. Then my guy has a chance. But I think that's too many ifs and buts to legitimately say Sasquatch has a chance against Namor.
I mean, you're smart enough to try to pull this off, but I think
Definitely not fast enough.
Not fast enough and not skilled enough. I think that basically because he's like
He's a scientist
120.
first.
Yeah, he's a scientist first and a fighter second. Whereas Namor, since the beginning, has been made to be a warrior and like a warrior king essentially. So like he rules with the Iron Fist when he wants to, and he's Atlantis' greatest warrior.
Well, I mean, not only that, but Sasquatch is he's a team fighter. He's not a solo fighter by any means. He's always got Puck by his side. He's always got the Alpha Flight or Beta Flight, or he started Omega Flight at one point. So he's always been a team fighter.
And Namor's been on teams too.
Yeah, but he's also been solo.
But yeah, he was solo a lot, and then in the Invaders, he was a big part of that. Where but each one of those three, are a standalone hero in their own right, because it's just Namor, Human Torch, Captain America. Like
maybe not Human Torch.
No. You just said that just to hurt me, and it worked. But they all have their own long like backstory and setup, and they're developed on their own as heroes on their own as well. Whereas this was the Invaders is basically a super group like the Avengers was, where it's these individually established characters coming together, rather than just Alpha Flight. Like, this team was created together. And
not only that, but they have a bunch of people that have to get moved into. Are they Alpha Flight? Are they Beta Flight? Like the Canadian government, like, tries to find out and place them in teams. Never even lets them go solo. So they're always used to that team factor. They're used to someone watching their back. So. And
this is part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
When we start talking about entrusted with an Infinity Stone and being a moral compass, like that the Illuminati basically saw over so much in the MCU that it's kind of crazy to think just a little furry man from Canada is gonna do much.
Little? He's like 12 feet tall.
Well, it's perspective.
Oh yeah, it's true. There is no high quality photos or videos, so
yeah,
they're always blurry.
Yeah, show me a video.
Nothing is ever in focus. So
Not a single high res photo.
I concede to King Namor. I could definitely concede. Like I said, like it's too many ifs and buts.
And you knew I was going to pick this guy. How did you predict it and still lose?
Because I still went with my boy Sasquatch. Alpha Flight till the day I die.
Because I really thought I expected you to think I was going to pick Namor too. I really did. So like I even was looking up and researching like Namor versus Hulk, Namor versus the Thing, Namor versus like as many of these barefooted people I could to be like, well, they did this.
And then I come with Bigfoot.
So I don't think Sasquatch is really going to do too much.
Well,
he might let you be part of the science division.
We're aiming for Illuminati status, baby.
He might get there. Who knows?
All right, so I picked the Barefoot Brawl. What's next?
What is next?
We don't like dead air.
I think we're going to have to pick... Like, I'm trying to narrow it down here. I think it should be a sidekick character that we don't see very often that is underrated. Just an underrated sidekick character.
An underrated sidekick character. I already think I might have the perfect person in mind.
Is it North Star?
It's not North Star.
That's kind of, I don't know. Just do with that what you will. Whew, I don't like being put on the spot. I'm sweaty. Okay, I'm. At least I didn't say odd number of feet.
All right, now don't forget, we're still doing the giveaway at 25 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer, so we'll put a video when we hit that magic number. We're going to be giving away some comics. We're going to be giving away some cards. Might be a few other little things thrown in. When we get to that number, we're going to put a video out there. All you have to do is be subscribed, like the video, follow the video. We're going to pick one of those people, and we're going to get you some free goodies right from us. We ship it to you right for free. So, yeah, tell your friends about us. Let's get our numbers up there.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, it's free. That's worth saving up for any day of the week.
That's right. Oh, you want to take it out? What do you got to say?
One last thing. All you rich people signing books for us fans, be nice to us, Come down and sign them for the little people. If nothing else, for the kids. Do something for the kids. The ones who really look up to you and parents don't quite have the pocketbook to get those signatures for them. So, other than that, we'll see you guys next week with another Duel. Peace.